I am Stefani Robinson. I am a TV writer on the FX series Atlanta. I started writing for Atlanta. It was a pretty crazy story. I was actually working as a talent assistant at the agency that represents me. And so I was an assistant, grabbing coffees for people, scheduling and all that kind of stuff. And I had written, just in my spare time, an original pilot that my managers had then sent to FX just for a general. It was sort of like, check out this script, we want you to meet her kind of a thing, at the same time that Donald was looking for a female staff writer on the show. So it just sort of happened in this weird, crazy way. I actually grew up in Atlanta as well, and Donald responded to the script that I had written. And I think he was also excited by the fact that I was from Atlanta. So it just sort of happened out of nowhere. So from one day I was working at a desk, working these crazy hours for no money, to going to this dream job and sort of starting from there. And it was sort of this fun, crazy project that we had all done. And I think we were more concerned about, is this funny to us? Is this a show that we would want to watch? Is this show going to be special to us? And it was less about, is this going to be a big hit? Is it going to be well received? And so I think that really led to its success. And in that way, I think that, it's a very special show. My experience as a young Black woman in a writer's room has so far been positive, which I think is great. And I think the Atlanta writer's room specifically, is built for someone like me to feel comfortable, which is awesome. It's an all-Black writer's room, which to me is virtually unheard of. So I'm extremely lucky that my first experience into, Hollywood or TV writing, whatever you want to call it, was in such a safe environment where I think our differences are celebrated, but we all come from the same background. My reaction to the Golden Globes, I think, was just kind of inhuman. It was a lot of crying, it was a lot of shock, it was a lot of happy tears. It was, I was both surprised and not surprised, which is such a weird feeling, to know that what you've worked for so long is special in some way, but to see it validated on such a giant platform is also such a surreal feeling. So yeah, it was a lot of catching my breath, I feel like. I always knew that I wanted to be a writer, but not really sure when I knew I wanted to write for television. It sort of just happened. So I was really intrigued by the idea of writing features mostly, and I actually did more of that in college. I went to college to study screenwriting, and I was writing features, and it just so happened that a lot of my internships and my experience ended up being writing TV, and so it just sort of happened that way that I stumbled into TV comedy. My top 3 movies, like Purple Rain, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and Austin Powers, the first one.